Up next is
Somebody's got some names on contracts.
Regan Benson, here to address council regarding the prosecution.
Good evening, Ms. Benson. Please state your name and your address.
Good evening, Mayor Sierra and members of City Council. My name is Regan Benson. Thank you very much for the opportunity to speak this evening. You don't need my address. It's irrelevant. I want to get right to the point, but I do think you have an approachable city manager, Mr. Lewis. And had we been able to resolve this issue, I wouldn't be here tonight on the topic of malicious prosecution. But it appears it is out of Mr. Lewis's authority, since the topic of my malicious prosecution is coming out of your city attorney's office. In my work as the executive director of my own nonprofit, Against for Dignity Coalition, a recognized 501c3 in the state of Colorado that focuses on direct street outreach with the homeless community, I'm often venturing into the Englewood municipal courts to assist my clients in clearing warrants. I provide transportation for court hearings and assist them in compliance with sentencing conditions imposed by the courts. Englewood is notorious for criminalizing homelessness. In many cases, this freezes my work. It makes it impossible for me to continue to help my clients reach attainable goals. Therefore, first and foremost, in the interest of justice, I provide the resources your city is unwilling to provide by ensuring my clients can first off get to court, and secondly, have the appropriate advocate at their side to remind them that they do in fact have rights. This is called speech, and far too many in government absolutely despise honest speech. And in too many notable occurrences, government works overtime by abusing its power to silence people it cannot stand to listen to. Englewood knows about this. Englewood has been sued over this very issue of free speech. And again, that's what is occurring here in Englewood through your city attorney's office with a specific employee you just hired last September by the name of Ian Griffin. Ian's taxpayer-supported title and salary is city prosecutor at the rate of $41.90 an hour. That's a cheap attorney. That's a heck of a bargain for the going rates of attorneys. One might be positioned to think you've hired an attorney that's a poor performer in the private sector. It makes me laugh while simultaneously being aggravated because the attorney that I'm having to hire to take on your $42 an hour attorney is worth $500 to $1,000 an hour. Why am I having to do this? Your $42 an hour attorney, city employee, in his official taxpayer-supported position, is accusing me, a private citizen, of the unauthorized practice of law, and apparently here in the city of Englewood, you all have rearranged your city charter and allow your city employees to pursue this type of litigation without any legal advice. It is in fact litigation with a private citizen at the highest level of court in our state. This allegation will be investigated by the Attorney Regulation Council at the Colorado Supreme Court level with the possibility of sanctions. And this is a very serious allegation, and I am of course going to hire the very best legal counsel, listen carefully, that will in fact work on my behalf to file claim against the city for allowing these actions. How will my attorney fees initially be paid? By my nonprofit that relies solely on private donations to support the good work that I do. My donors are not happy. My donors are not happy knowing that monetary resources earmarked for direct street outreach now have to be shifted and used for attorney's fees in this insanely ridiculous attempt to silence my speech and derail the very important work that I do. City Council, did you know this was happening? Did you vote to go into executive session on this topic? Did you go into executive session to receive that legal advice on what it means for your city employee, Ian Griffin, representing the city of Englewood, in an attempt to have me sanctioned by the Colorado Supreme Court for the heinous act of free speech? Did you come out of executive session and vote to pursue this type of litigation against me? I don't think you did. But I do intend to continue to use due process through the city clerk's office and open records requests. I will be making a lot of visits to Englewood. I haven't enjoyed being here. I'm going to be really honest with you. But it's crucial to the important work that I do with my clients, and which, by the way, I want you to know you have an outstanding city clerk. City clerk staff, they're responsive, professional, thorough. It's appreciated. You know what else is appreciated in your city government? The fact that so far no one in Englewood appears to be as foolish as city council members in Sheridan. Woohoo! Woo!
Yeah, Regan.
That was about 5 minutes.
Thank you, Ms. Benson. Up next is Kimberly Mitchell. and
No
Englewood
questions?
resident here to address council.
No questions. Come on, Sean.
Ms. Benson, please, if you could, 5 minutes are up. Up next is Kimberly Mitchell, and Englewood resident here to address council.
I did get an email that she submitted, Regan. I will get that out to council.
Thank you very much, City Clerk. Moving on to the next speaker is C.A. Dickerson, and Englewood resident here to address council.
Regan put him on notice.